You're wondering who we are, why we have done this, how it has come that I stand before you, the image of a being from so long ago. We left our world, explored the stars, and found none like ourselves. We knew that one day we would be gone, that nothing of us would survive. So we left you. Our scientists seeded the primordial oceans of many worlds where life was in its infancy. The seed codes directed your evolution toward a physical form resembling ours. You are a monument, not to our greatness, but to our existence. Remember us.
Hello there, welcome back to the channel, Nerdworld Empire, and the next episode on the enigmatic and mysterious races of the Milky Way galaxy. This is on a humanoid species, but not just any humanoid. The first, or allegedly first, race of humanoids ever to exist. Now, there were multiple races that at one time or another have claimed to be the first, or the oldest, or even the founder and the progenitor of all the other humanoids. Other races have made this claim, but this is the only race who genetically it is confirmed. They scattered their DNA across many worlds. It was contained in the evolutionary biosphere of those planets and encouraged to evolve into humanoid forms. These races included Cardassians, Vulcans, humans, and Klingons. And the reason I state Vulcans, and I know it was Romulans that are the ones that actually discovered it, Vulcans and Romulans are the same race basically. Romulans are an offshoot from Vulcans, although biologically subtly different. The Romulans came from the Vulcans, so it was not Romulus that was seeded, but Vulcan or Vulcania, whatever you want to call it. It was that planet that was seeded by these ancient alien species. It is also reasonable to conclude that they seeded it across many other worlds, but it only took the combined genetic profile of say 5 species to actually create the hologram that we would encounter. This species basically went out into the galaxy and thought, you know, there's not enough humanoid faces out here. I don't like all these slime monsters mucking up my galaxy. So they decided, we'll change the galaxy. And they seeded humanoid life. Why they did this, we'll actually truly never know. We only have the statement made by a single one of them, long dead, in a hologram created by a Federation tricorder, made by combining the genetic samples of the different species that had come together and rediscovered them. Billions of years ago, this race evolved and obviously became warp capable, or at least capable of some form of superluminal velocity flight, and they were able to do this. Their advanced genetic technologies, whether or not this race still exists, and there are some speculation within the Federation that this race may have gone on to evolve into the changelings, you know, losing their humanoid form ironically and becoming so evolved. It's also potentially possible that they're one of the other more malevolent and advanced non-corporeal species that have been encountered, or simply they're out there hiding somewhere, or they're simply extinct because billions of years is a long time. This race would have also likely founded colonies, and some of them may have gone on to evolve into other species as well. It is all entirely plausible, but we simply don't know. What we do know is this race claimed to be the progenitors of all humanoid life, or at least a good portion of it. It's likely that some species, for example Breen or some of the other more extreme evolved humanoids, might not be actually related to this species and have nothing to do with it whatsoever. But, you know, convergent evolution is a thing after all. But this race claimed to be the first ones. We don't know much about their culture. We do know something about their science, however. They were clearly very advanced when it came to medicine and genetics for their ability to do this, as well as possibly with terraforming technologies. This does mean that many of the races in the galaxy are actually genetically related, and actually explains away a problem in the galaxy, which some people have often wondered, like, well, why can humans and Vulcans have a baby? Why is Spock a thing? They're races that evolve in a completely different ecosystem. It doesn't make sense. And like, a human can't have a child with, say, an orangutan, and we evolved on the same planet and are part of the same family tree, only separated by a few million years of evolution. but there's no connection between Earth and Vulcan, so how is it humans and Vulcans are not only biologically similar but biologically compatible? And this race were the answer to that, because they're actually bloody related, and their DNA was evolving them to a sort of convergent form, which explains it. This race did this for their own selfish gains, in my opinion. It was not an act of kindness to cause the evolution of humanoids. It was simply because they didn't like not finding races similar to themselves. I just want to take this moment to thank you for watching that video. If you liked what you saw, please check out my social links in the description box below to Instagram and Twitter and others, and also is down there a link to my Patreon page where you can support this channel and the others as I try to grow this franchise and do this more regularly. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you for watching, and bye bye.